um, fit check for iron lung. Decided I would do lots of red because there's supposed to be lots of blood. Yeah, um, I painted my nails, did a red lip, some red eyeshadow, and yeah, I'll let you know how the movie is.
Hi everyone, this video is about to jump ahead to after I saw the movie, and I'm obviously going to give my thoughts on it. But first, I'm going to give you kind of a spoiler-free idea of what the movie is about so you can decide for yourself if you want to go and see it. If you're not a fan of cosmic, weird, kind of confusing horror, you probably won't like this just as like a general moviegoer. It's hard to explain this more without actually discussing the movie directly, so consider this like a lukewarm spoiler warning, and a much bigger spoiler warning will come later in the video when we actually discuss specific scenes. Hello everyone, welcome to my couch. I just got home from the theater, and I gotta say, the movie was pretty good. Before I can tell you more about it, there's something I want to do first, real quick. Or real slow. Give me a second. There we go. Gotta set the mood, you know what I mean? We're talking about Iron Lung. Really good movie. Very entertaining. And honestly, I'm not like a critic or anything, so I don't have like a list of criteria that's like super long, or I don't know how to criticize, I don't know, like the camera angles or anything, which are really cool, by the way. I did like their camera angles. I thought it was really like creative use of the set that they were in. The whole thing takes place inside of a little box, and honestly, as someone who has like, you know, started experimenting with like camera angles and zooming in and out and whatever and trying to get everything to fit in frame, very impressed that they were able to get the angles that they did, get like full body shots of Mark. It was really well done. I liked it a lot. Very visually interesting. The story was really interesting. I'm just a simple consumer of content, and consume content I did. I didn't find myself getting bored at any moment. There wasn't really like any pacing issues where I was like, man, I just want them to hurry up and get to the point already. No, I liked it. I feel like they slowly and consistently increased the tension, and like the rate of spooky things happening increased, and it was very well done. I liked it a lot. Some people probably disagree with me on the pacing. I've read someone say that they could have cut out about 20 minutes and it would have been fine, and I would agree with that. But personally, I think the length gives you time to think about and process what you just saw. I like that it gives you time to draw your own conclusions before moving on, and that it feels like a puzzle you can solve yourself. It felt a lot like the game to me, which I think is the most important part, right? Because if you're going to adapt anything, you want it to be consistent to the source material. So yeah. Bravo. If you get a chance to see the movie, highly recommend it. Congratulations to Mark and the whole crew. And that was a very good movie. Very entertaining. Well worth, I think it was like a little over 2 hours. Well worth the time to sit down and give it like full undivided attention. I'm really glad I got to see it in theater. The sound was really cool. Like there's definitely some good sound design. You could hear like creaking over here sometimes, and then like crackling and like eerie noises over here, and like a bang every now and then. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Talking about specific scenes now. Spoiler warning. Wee woo, wee woo. At one point in the movie, they tell you about how like the camera works and how it's using like radiation to take pictures through the blood, which I thought was really cool. And I just love the idea that it takes the picture and you see the bones, and then obviously the same thing kind of happens in the game. Like, you take the picture and you see bones on like the floor. But the way the movie delivers it was so well done, because you realize, like, just moments before he'd taken picture of what was presumably a skeleton, but he didn't know how the camera worked until that point. So now that you know it's radiation, it sees the bones, but not the flesh. The thing was probably alive. The thing that he saw was probably alive. I love that implication, that little sneak in there. That was most of the horror throughout the whole thing was just moments like that, where the scariest part is the audience's imagination. And I think that's what makes the game work so well too. So I'm really glad that he drew on that aspect of it. But in the movie, they really play on the idea of a rapture, of some biblical or just otherworldly, godly type being that can like play with your mind. And anyways, it was really cool. I'm gonna kind of leave the description at that, because obviously I want you to check out the movie and see it for yourself. And if you do, please give me your thoughts and theories. I want to know. But yeah, I really, really liked it. I liked that it added a more of a supernatural element to it. Not just the sci-fi, but also some sort of like mysterious thing. I really liked that Mark took like the lore from the game. And obviously the creator was working on the project too, so maybe he added some concepts that were scrapped. Who knows? Behind the scenes, please. I want more. Give me. But yeah, I liked that they just took the lore and then they really like expanded on it. And then they didn't just give us more of the same. They were like, what if we elevate it? What if we take everything in the game and we just elevate it? And yeah, that's how the movie felt to me. I really liked it. Anyway, I think that's pretty much gonna be it from me. Obviously, I'm not like a critic or anything, so like I said, I don't have like a list. Oh, if you checked all the boxes or whatever. I thought it was entertaining, and at the end of the day, that's all I want out of it, was to be entertained. And yeah, it was pretty good. And if you need something to entertain yourself, whether you're a fan of Markiplier or if you're a fan of the game, I think this movie is good for both. Obviously you'll like it because Markiplier's in it, and Markiplier did a really good job on it. But also, it's a really like well thought out adaptation of the game. So yeah, check it out if you get a chance. Let me know what you think. I don't know how to end this.